Hey guys, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 18 chat. What's so funny?
Everything.
This episode was
16.
amazing.
It was.
I loved every second of it.
Alright, so Victor returned to the house. He thinks he's gonna do a different strategy this time because before it didn't work so good.
But honestly, Victor is in a better position now than he was the first time around.
Yeah.
So just like shut your mouth and keep doing what you're doing.
Well, Paul is thrilled, not really, because Victor was kind of dragging down his game before.
Paul has really stepped it up since Victor went home.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of street cred with everybody that week that Victor went home because he went along with the plan.
Right.
And now that Victor's back, he's just like, oh crap, don't ruin this for me.
Exactly. Frank's pretty happy. He's ready to steal another soul.
Yeah, well, this episode was great too because this was mostly stuff that this was all stuff that we did not see on the live feeds because
Yeah.
this all happened when they were down. And Victor actually approached Frank and was like, yeah, I was told that I could trust you. I was told to work with you.
Yeah. And
So
Frank's like, of course.
yeah, Frank's like, I just got like Bridget right now and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So come aboard.
Alright, well, you know who's not so thrilled about Frank? The haircut twins.
Seriously, when Paulie and Paul hang out, it's just too much.
I can't. And swing!
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Paul wants to do some damage control because now Paul is the freaking mastermind of the house. He's
Well,
like,
he tries to be anyway.
it's ridiculous. He thinks he's running the whole house now.
He's in a good spot, but I think he needs to like calm it down a little bit because he's sort of becoming a little too vocal.
Yeah.
But he really, really, really wants Frank out this week. He's like, we've been working on this for weeks. We need to finally do it. And Nicole went to Frank and was like, so they told me that she wants you out before Victor, even though everyone agreed that they were going to get whoever comes back out immediately. So he was just like, oh, really now?
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Keep that in your hat for later.
how many people are sick of hearing post and friendship?
Yeah.
I can't.
Alright, well, Paul is telling everybody, like, no, we can use Victor to our advantage. Like, he'll listen to what I say. It's great. And they're all just like, okay, whatever.
I'm not really for Victor, but I'm going to pretend that I am.
Alright, we'll see. So it's time for the HOH competition.
It's called Electric BB Festival. It's this
Woo!
like psychedelic. Isn't it like that thing that they have in Vegas, that light festival thing?
I don't know.
All right.
But I really appreciated the Bronte in the setup.
Yeah.
Brontosaurus!
All right. So this is a real Survivor style competition.
Mm-hmm.
You've got one hand in the air.
It's an endurance,
Yes.
by the way.
Attached to a peg, which when pulled out will drop confetti on your head.
Oh, at least it's not like bird crap or something.
Or pig blood, or yeah, that would be a real downer.
It would be.
Also, though, it's not just holding your arm up. You have to step over these LED light ropes, which, by the way, were very cheap.
They went out pretty early in the competition.
Yeah. Did they come back on? I don't know
think
if they
so.
did that in post-production, or, you know.
But it made it tougher once the lights went out because
you couldn't really see them out of the corner of your eye.
You know how hard it is to keep your arm still when you're looking down?
I do.
That's rough.
Paul was out first. He was pissed.
Okay, but the thing with Paul, the way he decorated his shirt, he put like 2 paint spots on his
nipples.
And it looked like he had a chafing issue.
I think he did that on purpose.
I know, but it was just really funny.
So Paul was out first, so he figures, I want Frank and Bridget to drop, so I'm gonna be really annoying.
He was annoying to everyone though. Like, shut your freaking mouth.
Oh my god. Then Nicole was out, and then Zakiya, and then Michelle and Corey.
Yep.
Victor
There were a couple of real screw-ups in this competition though.
Victor wanted a drink of water, and he was like, just throw me the
They
bottle.
were like passing it down the line, but there was
Yeah.
a space between James and Victor, so Victor was like, just toss it. So James did, and Victor was like, ugh,
That
and
was so dumb.
he ruined it.
That was so dumb. Frank was fooling around. It almost seemed like Frank wanted to throw it.
Yeah, I think he was really counting on Bridget to win this for him.
Yeah. He didn't want to get any blood on his hands, so.
Dude, this is the time to do it.
I know.
This is the time to do it.
This went on for so long.
It was like 6
The
hours.
sun came up.
Yeah.
They had the walk of shame.
Yeah. So it came down to James, Bridget, and Day. And things were getting dire here. I don't understand how their arms were still, like, alive.
I don't know, but Frank went up to Bridget. I'm sorry, Frank went up to Day and was like, I want to make a deal, mama.
You know, this is pretty crazy. We've seen, like, people in the competitions try and make deals with each other.
But not anybody who is out already.
When you gotta bring in a liaison, I think the relations are pretty bad.
Well, I mean, Bridget and Day were at opposite ends of
No,
the...
I'm sorry, but no. No.
All right, well...
They very easily could have been like, you're good, I'm good, whatever.
Frank, well, Day and Bridget don't trust each other.
Right.
No way, no how.
They think that they're
Never
gonna put each other up on the block.
Right.
So Frank is like, no, like, you can trust her, blah, blah, blah. And then he's got some leverage.
He's like, you know who you can trust? Somebody who's squealing on you.
Yeah, he
behind your
said,
back.
somebody came up to me before this competition and told me that you want to get rid of me before Victor. And she's like, oh, really? Who is it? Tell me and I'll drop out.
Tell me, because, like, I didn't talk to anybody except someone.
So, he
And-
lets her know.
That it's Nicole.
He's like, it's Nicole. And she's
And-
just like, what?
Oh, really?
She seemed
Oh,
really
really?
hurt by that.
So, Frank, Day calls out Nicole during the competition.
She's like, yeah, I gotta get to the bottom of this. And Nicole's just like, no, I never said that. Yeah, you did.
Oh,
this
man,
is
you
the
were
second
so
time.
guilty.
At least the second time that she said something to Frank concerning Davon, and it got back to Day,
Yeah.
and she denied it.
So, Davon did not hold up to her end of the deal. She did not drop after it was confirmed.
Right, and the deal, they weren't even trying to say, like, I'll drop and then you win. They were trying to both drop and then have James win, but they
Right.
didn't trust each other to both drop out.
They finally come to an agreement and they decide to throw it to James. And James, right before Bridget drops, says, don't worry, I'm not going to put you up.
Yeah, he says that to Day and Bridget.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that that included Frank. I think he was just talking about Day and Bridget.
Right. But Frank thought it meant him, too.
All right, so James wins the HOH.
He gets a kiss from Natalie.
Whoa!
That was nice.
That's more than Polly and Zakiya.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nicole,
she's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
yeah, she goes talk to Day and try and do some damage control.
She's like, I hate Frank.
No, she's like, I hate Frank.
I feel like Nicole is such a bad liar.
She's terrible at this.
And Day is just like, oh yeah, I believe you, I believe you.
All right. Day does not believe her, and Nicole knows that Day does not believe
No,
her.
Nicole was like, no, she didn't buy it. Like, she thought it was fine.
Day does not believe Nicole, and Nicole knows that Day knows that she lied.
No. Nicole was like, Davon is cool. Like, she doesn't
Yeah, but
believe
then when
Frank.
she went-
No, she was telling Corey that Day doesn't believe Frank.
Oh.
You see?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she knows that Day does not trust
I don't
her.
know.
All right, well, in any case, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Is Nicole off the hook? Does she think she's off the hook?
I don't think she's off the hook with Day, but I don't know why Day keeps giving her so many chances. Because like I said, this is at least the second time
Yeah.
that she's been caught in this situation.
All right, well, Paul goes to James and is like, you know what? You should put up Frank and Bridget.
James is like, yeah, but like I promised that I wouldn't, so like,
And then Paul goes to Victor and he's like, bruh, lay low.
yeah.
You know.
Tell James that you're going after Frank.
Yeah. So then Day comes to James and she's like, you should put up Frank and Bridget.
And then Polly does the same thing.
What the hell?
Well, you knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But James is just like, I don't know what to do. So then Frank goes and talks to James.
And he's like, don't tase me, bro.
Basically, he's like, don't put me up, bro.
And don't put up my Cabbage Patch. Or maybe if you have to, put her up.
No, he was definitely trying to keep Bridget off the block too.
Yeah.
And he seemed convinced that they were not going up.
Yeah, he seemed pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for the nominations, and guess who James put up?
Frank and Bridget!
He told Bridget because she's just collateral damage. I mean, he's got to save some face with her because that's Natalie's Spy Girl alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank, he said all of the crap in the house is Frank's fault.
Ooh.
Wow.
Frank didn't like that. So it was
Frank
pretty
and
crazy.
Bridget are pretty pissed, but everybody's okay with it.
Yeah, but I want to know, what do you guys think about James going back on his promise?
I don't like that.
I don't either. Like, I know he didn't really agree to keep Frank off the block, fine, but...
He should have kept Bridget off the block.
Yeah.
He definitely should have. That's, like, gonna take him down a peg, I think, in people's eyes. Because they're like, well, if you made, like, this deal in front of everybody and you didn't stick with it, how can I trust you? How can I make a deal with you?
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, let us know what you thought, and until next time,
Much love.
Edit.